Yes, Hillary is sick tonight, so I'm gonna have to step in for her, so. First item on the agenda is a consent agenda. The minutes of the city council meeting from February 4th, community center commission meeting, February 10th, EDA, February 10th, Park and Rec on February 12th, and then there's an exempt gambling permit for the Windom Chamber of Commerce for March 21st. And then there's the regular bills. So if we can have a motion on the consent agenda.
I'll make a motion to accept the consent agenda.
I'll second.
Motion by Scott, second by Jim. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Okay, we have any department heads tonight? Oh, there it comes.
John Ketzer, Street and Park Superintendent. MnDOT was talking to us not too long ago, and they're talking about moving forward with the roundabout. Federal fundings has been allocated to the city, and we're kind of waiting to see how everything pushes forward with this. So we've been talking, Steve and I have another meeting coming up the 20th, talking about some of that a little bit, and we're going to be talking about the vehicle speed signs. So they were talking about buying 4 signs, and it came to about $24,950, where we have budgeted for $18,200. So MnDOT was talking about purchasing one themselves and keeping it, and then moving it down the road after the roundabout was done. So we're kind of kicking that back and forth, and we're just trying to let you guys know what's kind of going on and the possibility of moving forward with some of this and getting this kick-started a little better. So just bringing it to the council's attention to make sure you're all on board with that and go forward from there. Any questions on anything?
Did they say any kind of timeline when we'd kind of start the dirt work or anything like that, or?
On the roundabout, no. Steve just got the email and he forwarded me that today and everything, so that's all up in the air. Nick Klitsch from the county knows about it and everything, and he asked the question, what was the timeline? And I don't think anybody's heard anything back from MnDOT, so we're gonna press them a little bit the 20th and see if they'll say anything more about it or not.
On the radar speed signs, MnDOT did tell us after we get a finalized plan, which we think we know where the locations are, and then who was going to buy what signs, they were 4 to 5 weeks out once we make that final decision, so they get the signs ordered in here, and then MnDOT will install them, dependent on kind of the weather, right? So if they're out plowing snow, probably, you know, when they get a break. If they're not plowing snow like now, then they probably would get in, you know, fairly quickly after they got purchased and brought into town. But there is a maintenance agreement they're asking us to do and that kind of stuff, so we'll have to see that first as well, and that would come back to you guys for approval before that final decision is made.
I guess I'm wondering about rerouting traffic and for how long, and then who's going to repair the roads?
That sounds like a very good question, and we're going to press that very much. I assume, depending on what's going on, they're going to run a lot of it up by MnDOT and around that way, or they're going to shoot it all the way down back over by Fulda or something like that and shoot it back in the town that way to avoid that and down over the bridge by Island Park.
Are they going to put our highway back before they start the roundabout?
That sounds like a good question to ask, and we can press them pretty hard and at least give us some allocation, some money or something to repair the roads after everything gets beat up.
Thanks for putting that out there for us. Thank you.
Yep, thank you.
No problem. I'm just glad that we're moving forward in that, and we're not getting left behind in the dust, and we can see some progress.
It's more progress than I anticipated at this point, so.
I think we, how how do I want to say it? We were kind of a thorn in their sides a little bit, so I might have been some of the push to move things forward a little quicker.
We'll keep it that way.
Thank you, guys.
Okay, the next item is the National School Resource Officer Proclamation, and this is a resolution. Somebody make that resolution, and also read the resolution.
I'd introduce the resolution from the City of Windom for the 2025 National School Resource Officer Day Proclamation.
Oh, sorry.
All right, City of Windom, Minnesota, 2020. Oh, sorry, we need to.
I'll second it.
Thank you.
Motion by Jason, seconded by Jenny. And
Okay.
Jason's gonna read it.
City of Windom, Minnesota, 2025 National School Resource Officer Day Proclamation. Whereas the National Association of School Resource Officers is dedicated to making schools and children safer by providing the highest quality training to school-based law enforcement officers, and whereas school resource officers bridge gaps between youth and law enforcement and embrace a triad concept of school policing, serving in informal counseling, education, and law enforcement roles to support students and communities they serve, and whereas by training law enforcement officers to counsel, educate, and protect school communities, the men and women of NASRO continuously lead by example and promote a positive image of law enforcement to school children and school communities, and whereas SRO programs across the globe are founded as collaborative efforts by police agencies, law enforcement officers, educators, students, parents, and communities to create safe learning environments, provide valuable resources to school staff members, foster positive relationships with students, and develop strategies to resolve problems that affect youth with the goal of protecting all children so they can reach their fullest potential. Whereas school resource officers are valuable and essential members of the education community and deserve unwavering respect and support from the public in the pursuit of keeping schools and students safe, and whereas it is appropriate to recognize the value and the accomplishments of school resource officers on National School Resource Officer Day, now therefore be it resolved by the City Council of Windom, Minnesota, that the City Council, in recognition of this day, does hereby proclaim February 15th, 2025 as National Resource Officer Appreciation Day. The Mayor and City Council encourage the community to observe this day and every day with a sincere thank you to our School Resource Officer, Dana Wallace. Adopted by the Council this 18th day of February, 2025.
Thank you. I guess. Roll call, I guess.
Okay. Sherman,
Yes.
Benson,
Yes.
Quaid,
Yes.
Esplin,
Yes.
Nelson.
Yes.
Okay, the next item on the agenda is a resolution of appreciation to retired Dean Smithstead. Somebody introduce that
I'll
resolution?
make a resolution for the appreciation for Dean Smithstead's retirement.
I'll second.
Motion by Scott, second by Jenny. And Scott will read the resolution.
City of Windom, Minnesota, resolution expressing the sincere appreciation to Dean Smithstead for the honorable and devoted public service to the City of Windom, Minnesota. Whereas the City of Windom wishes to express the grateful recognition and appreciation of Dean Smithstead for his untiring and available service to the faithfully rendered to the City of Windom, commencing on November 10th, 1983 through September 30th, 2024. Now therefore will be a resolution by the City Council of Windom, Minnesota as follows. The City Council, on behalf of its members, city officials, employees of the City of Windom, and the citizens of this community, extend to Dean Smithstead its expression and appreciation for serving the city well and its best wishes for the years to come. A copy of this resolution will be incorporated into the official records of the city of Windom, of the city council of the city of Windom, and the copy presented to Dean Smithstead adopted this day, 18th day of February 2025.
Thank you.
And I do want to say thank you for, that's a long time for somebody to work at one spot, and he done a great job doing what he did there, so appreciation for all he does for us here there. Thank you.
Roll call?
Nelson,
Yes.
Quaid,
Yes.
Benson,
Yes.
Sherman,
Yes.
Esplin.
Yes.
And I do have a short statement from Dean. Dean was unable to come tonight due to illness, so he emailed in just a short statement, and if you indulge that, I'd appreciate it. Dean says, "I would like to thank the mayor and the city council for the recognition of my years of service to the city of Windom. Thanks to all of my coworkers, past and present. I especially like to thank the youth and adults who participated, helped, and volunteered in all the programs at the arena. Thanks to them, it was a very enjoyable experience. Sincerely, Dean Smithstead."
Okay, the next item on the agenda is the ratification of the fire department election. We got our police chief here. Fire chief, excuse me.
Ben Derrickson, Fire Chief. I'm here tonight to ask for your ratification of our annual elections. Just to run through it here quick, the department held its annual elections on February 6th, 2025. They elected Ben Derrickson as Fire Chief. I have 16 years of experience in the department. Firefighter 1 and 2 certified in good standings in community and the department. I made 96% of all fire calls, or fire drills rather, 97% of all fire calls, and 95% of miscellaneous. For first assistant, we elected Darren Teets. He's been on the department for 13 years. He's firefighter 1 and 2 certified. He's in good standings in the community and the department. He made 71% of drills, 63% of calls, and 11% of miscellaneous. Second assistant chief, Jason Crumweedy. He's been on the department for 9 years. He's firefighter 1 and 2 certified in good standings, community and department. He made 87% of all fire drills, 63% of all fire calls, and 47% of miscellaneous. Excuse me. Third assistant, Kristen Porth. She's been on the department for 14 years. She's firefighter 1 and 2 certified. She's in good standings in the community and the department. She made 87% of drills, 84% of calls, and 50% of miscellaneous. Asking for your guys' approval on these elections.
I would make a motion to approve the ratification of the fire department elections.
Second.
Motion by Jenny, second by Jason. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Just one quick comment. I want to say thank you to all you guys, because got to remember, this is a voluntary thing for you guys, and it's great that you guys do show up and come out every day in the cold weather, and you guys face everything, and I appreciate everything you guys do for us. Thank you.
Thank you. I will definitely relay it on to the other guys and gals.
To lessen that cost, so, but, I guess they're looking for a motion to approve this agreement, I guess.
I'll make the motion.
I'll second it.
Motion by Jim, second by Scott. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
is a resolution ordering the preparation of feasibility study for 2025 street improvements, which it includes 2 alleys in the downtown area to be redone. If somebody can introduce this resolution.
I'll introduce a resolution to accept the street committee study for the street improvements project.
Second.
Motion by Scott, second by Jim, okay. And, roll call?
Okay, Nelson,
Yes.
Sherman,
Yes.
Benson,
Yes.
Quaid,
Yes.
Esplin.
Yeah.
John Ketzenberg, Streets and Parks again. We're thinking of doing a few alleys around town here. It'd be the DAC alley on 5th through 4th into the 3rd. That's the one behind Hallmark. The road is not very good shape at all, falling apart. Talking about getting some drainage taken care of and everything else. And also the one between 4th and 3rd where the Mexican restaurant is and everything. So we're talking about fixing up some of the water issues off the buildings and everything and getting some of the potholes straightened out and just taking care of some of that runoff and the ice issues that we got in them streets, or the alleys, excuse me.
So what the process, this is kind of the first step. One is calling for the feasibility study, which you just approved this evening. So then our engineers will go back, they'll look at the scope of the project area and then determine what the cost for that will be, identify the property owners, as this will be a part of the assessment process. So that study will then come back to you with those costs and their recommendations on that project. And at that point, should you decide to accept that, then we'll give the notice to the property owners and there'll be a public hearing held. And so this is just the first step in a fairly long process, so.
Between 3rd and 4th, is there a city parking lot there too? Is that gonna be looked at, or?
Correct.
I'm thinking that to get it all together, it might be a little easier on the taxpayers.
Correct. There's a couple extra parking lots, especially at the DAC. There's that church. The church owns some of that. They've already responded to me and talked about kicking in on their share of it and everything. And then there's the one back behind, I think you call it West Core or whatever you want, right behind Hallmark. There's some city-owned parking lot in there too that's in very, very rough shape.
Okay, thank you. If there's no other questions?
Thank you guys again.
Okay, the next item is the mayor's appointment to the community center. And I believe there was somebody that moved out of the area that fell off.
Yep,
come off of
Lenny
that.
Thiner moved out of the area, so he had an unexpired term, and so the mayor's recommendation is to appoint Bill Hanson to that open spot for the remainder of that term, which would run through the end of December 2026.
I'll make a motion to accept the mayor's appointment to the community center.
I'll second.
Motion by Scott, second by Jim. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Okay, we have any new business? No new business? Okay. Then we'll go on to old business. Any old business? Okay.
I'll just let you know that you had approved a gaming permit for Bark to do, I think, bingo or something. Because of the extreme cold weather, they canceled it. So they can push ahead their event, but they need a letter submitted back to you guys and back to the state for changing the date of that gaming. So that will be coming to you in one of the future meetings, but just FYI.
Yeah, just with the cold weather, just make sure everybody's bundling up and stuff like that. We got a short window till we get some good weather coming to us, so just hang in there. We're strong people. We can take care of each other. But again, look in on your neighbors, check on the old people around your neighborhood, and just take care of each other. That's what we do around here, and we do enjoy taking care of at least each other. And we'll get through this. And I'm glad that MnDOT is looking at us and doing something for us. So we're not falling on deaf ears. So just bear with us. We're trying to take care of some of this stuff. And thank you very much.
Jenny, you have anything?
Yes, I do, actually. I want to say a big thank you to Officer Dana Wallace, our school resource officer, who has been in the community for a long time. Very much appreciate her at the school and all she does for our kids in the school. Also, Dean Smithstead, congratulations to him on his retirement. Since I was young, he was a staple. It seems like if you went to the arena, that's who you saw. Whether you knew him or not, you will recognize that he was always at the arena. So thank you for all your years at the arena, and it'll be kind of strange going in there and not seeing him. Then I think we have a huge step forward hearing about our street. Finally, we're hearing some possibility of some street improvements around our city. So that makes me very happy because us as a street committee have been working towards this for a long time, and to finally have some action coming to the council and start to move forward so that hopefully in the next year or two we're going to be seeing some improvement and some money put in towards improving our streets and around town. Then also super excited to hear about MnDOT and the funding coming through for the roundabout. I think that is huge for our community, huge for safety out on that portion of town by Quick Trip. And so I'm very excited to hear and how quickly possibly we can make that happen. And then also the speed signs coming. I think that'll be an added thing too, but that roundabout is just going to be huge. And then also just to say, I counted, and it's 30 days until spring. We have 30 days. So I'm like, if we can hang in there this week, 30 days, we can do it. Stay warm, hang in there. We're Minnesota hardy. And so spring's right around the corner.
Thank you.
Yeah, just a couple of things real quick. I would like to offer my sincere appreciation to Officer Dana and to Dean for all of their very excellent service to our community. I was on the receiving end because I have daughters who attended the school, and she had a positive impact in those areas for safety and other things. And if it wasn't for that stinking groundhog, 6 more weeks, we'd be out of this sooner. But I hope you all have a great week.
Jim, you have anything?
Yeah, I'd like to congratulate both Dana and Dean both on theirs, and also I'd like to thank the fire department once again for everything that they have done in the past and continue to do.
Yeah, I'll congratulate Dana and Dean on his retirement, and also to our fire department. The great job they do. I seen they went out this morning in the cold, so thank you.